Howdy, boys. Welcome on in. Welcome to RFF Picks. We have a beautiful, sexy CS2 play for you guys today. It's one that when I was looking for, because as of right now, the softwares that we use, like we always tell you guys, we look for correlated and or expected value performancing type plays. We don't use our own gut. We don't use our own understanding. That's something that we have to consistently reiterate. And so when I was doing this play, I did a beautiful version of it to where I paired up four games that are all in the semifinals for a European CS tournament, Thunderstick. It's a European tournament going on at the moment. The games, I believe, are going to be starting in the morning around 5:30 tomorrow, and so happy to get that play out for you guys. And then another one is just a European play. So we got a beautiful 6 play for you dudes. I am happy to be back. I'm happy to be recording again. I have been so focused on our main channel with Real Friends of Football, getting those videos back out, pushing those, as well as personally, I will just have you guys give me a little air clap. I got a new apartment, got a new job, and so things are just looking bright and sexy for me right now, and I'm just happy to give you guys some plays in the meantime so we could do some great things. Game 2 free square for Jokic. I know my buddy Alex, he mentioned it on the last episode, and we're just pretty much just going to keep popping it up until that game 2 happens, because if you saw us last video, if you didn't see us this video, we don't know who we're going to get. So cash in on that. He just has to score, and we already know he's going to be able to get his against the Lakers, and especially in game 2. Game 1 is going to be tonight, and so we'll be able to dive in a little bit of that, and then I might even get some NBA plays out for our MVPs. I've been getting some good two-mans, and I've been testing those out within the software, figuring out how I can, because doing correlated for NBA is pretty tough, but there are some sexy props that you can kind of do to get things acclimated. But let's go ahead and talk about, this is my buddy Alex's, this is his personal units that he loves to share with you guys, and so we're going to use that today. This is actually the first time I'm actually seeing the RFF picks at 1,000 subscribers. Of course, I knew they were that we already had it, but seeing it in full-fledged force right now. I remember back when I was doing the videos, we were around 300, I believe. I think we're around 300 until I had to take my little work hiatus. But the main channel at 33,000.4K. Thank you so much, you guys. We know some of you guys haven't been subscribing, but beautifully as this is, these units that my buddy likes to really harp on, this plus 494, almost plus 500 units. It's beautiful to tell the story on how he came about. It's something that he's said multiple times. You guys remember that Brooklyn Nets Eastern Conference Finals appearance. I think it was against who was it? Was it Miami or the Celtics? I can't remember what it was, but I remember I hated both teams. And this is his story, so I'm butchering it a little bit, but you guys remember when the foot was on the line, right? The foot was on the line and became this whole thing of Kevin Durant and that three-pointer. It was going to be a big, beautiful, sexy moment for him. And foot was on the line, and he always talks about how and this is the funny thing. He talks about how he learned from his lessons and everything. But what we were doing in the group chat is we were just wrecking him, and we were giving him his hero story, his villain origin, which he would probably state it as, and he decided from that point on he's not going to get mad about betting. He's going to take the analytical approach. And one good thing that he and I both share, it's the reality of when you put in that bet, when you put in that play, when you put in that investment, you believed in it, or you wouldn't have submitted it. And so what he has now done, and he brought me along a little bit later, that's why I don't have a big sexy units tracker as he does. I realized, okay, if we're just going to use software, if we're just going to use the beautiful platforms that these freaking geniuses can make up and get us some plays, I'm going to start doing it as well. And so when you make a play, guys, and this is something that I want to harp on, this is something that we've harped on in many of our educationals, is when you hit submit pick, or when you're on PrizePicks and you hit submit, or you hit play, or whatever the setting is, or whatever the saying is, you have to go into it of like, when you hit submit, you believed in it, or you believed in the person that you're getting the information from. And so when you have that, and beautifully as it might sound, taking it more in an analytical approach, taking the software approach that we take on RFF picks, it's just more lucrative in that facet. It's because you're dealing with a lot more information than you expect to have. And so beautifully as it might seem, this is the software's units that we use. So my buddy Alex, I believe his is almost 500 units. I believe that was in the realm of 3 or 4 years that he's been tracking it. I'm butchering it, I'm sorry boys, but he's been betting for 15 plus years at this point. But this is the software that we use. Look at the beautiful slip performance tracker, the total units, over 1,000 units. I remember around the time when I was making these videos, the units tracker was setting around 700, like 70, 800 units at times. And so it's been beautifully performing. And guys, even behind the scenes, even when you don't see these videos, we're making plays on our winnable. And so that's why we encourage you guys to go ahead and sign up for free. Go to our free plan, go to our MVP plan, and get a promo, and everything be hunky-dory. But we also started our Instagram, so we wanted to show you guys this as well. We're going to be posting more on our Instagram. I do not think we have the TikTok up yet. If we do, Alex, I'm sorry, but I believe at this moment, we definitely just have the Instagram up, as well as the YouTube. We'll get the TikTok up at some point. I believe we definitely have the Twitter, because I made that one. But yeah, follow us on Instagram. This is another way where we're going to be pushing out, secret plays, secret picks. So the things that we may not have time to post on YouTube, because this does take some time, boys. I believe Alex right now, I think he's on vacation. He didn't tell me. He was just like, hey man, I need you to get these videos out. I believe he's on vacation of some sorts. And so if there's ever a time, there's been multiple times Alex and I went to Vegas a few weeks, and so we were posting most of our plays on Instagram, through our personal Instagrams and through our football Instagram. And then that's what gave us the hint, like, hey, let's make our own RFF picks Instagram. But even in the next coming weeks, we are going to be getting busy with the draft. We're going to be getting busy with other things, especially when the NFL season approaches us. Guys, follow us on Instagram. That's where you're going to get a lot of plays from us as well. And so that's beautiful within its own right. And then, like I said, winnable. What is winnable? In case you don't know, now you know. Like, this is a beautiful illustration to show you, like, a Twitter just for sports investing, just for sports betting. Also, another thing, I hate saying sports betting. It doesn't make sense. When you see the stock market or you see those Forex traders, they don't call it day betting. They call it day trading. It's a day investment. And it's the same thing. We're taking analytical approaches and we're posting it on a winnable. Use our free plan. I've been pushing a lot of my personal friends, hey, sign up for the free plan, get into the free plan, and let us push you to that MVP plan. And when you get into that MVP plan, go ahead and use our promo code RFF at checkout, and you get a free month. We are not shy, especially today. It's only been we started our RFF picks journey. I think it was February 4th, and it's April 20th, and we have been seeing monumental growth, and we've been getting monumental praise from you guys. And I think that's why my buddy Alex is so keen on getting these videos out every single day, because of the messages that you guys give him and give us in the realm of, like, hey, thank you, this is really helping them, let's go, 25x. So beautiful stuff like that. Hop onto the free plan. Of course, if you want to see all of the plays that we make, we make multiple plays per day. Sign up for the MVP plan and get acclimated that way. But if you just want one free 1 to 2 free daily picks per day, this play right here is going to go on our free plan. Go ahead and just sign up and don't let it row the boat for y'all. And then here we go. Here's the play, beautifully as it is written and seen. So the correlative approach that we're taking on this one, sometimes I've recently, guys, I've loved the EV approach of taking it, having an expected value approach, or in lamest terms, a bang for your buck type of play. And I like it too. And even in those expected value approaches, you can correlate them in a beautiful way to help your odds. And so here we go. We have Gaming Gladiators and AmCal, as well as Big versus Bleed. And these first 4 games that you guys are seeing on the screen, this is for that Thunderstick European Championship. So Forrester is going against Nodios, the AmCal and Gaming Gladiators. They're going against each other in the semifinal round. And then JDC, CREC, Big versus Bleed, they're going in the other side of the bracket, and the winner out of this is headed to the championship. So this is a big game, and not only is this a big game, this is a game where you see a lot of what Gaming Gladiators has been doing recently. I believe they sit in around the top 20 teams in CS2 globally, world ranking, and then AmCal, they're around the early 30s. I think they're around 32 at the moment. Very competitive game, guys, and in case you don't know what beautifully is implemented into the software that we use when it comes to correlating bets, it's the players that it gives us are the higher performers at times, but also what it beautifully shows is that, okay, these two teams, these two players, they're going to be in a intense. So this is an intense game, right? So it's a playoff game. We are anticipating that there's going to be no freaking. I made a play a game. I made a ticket yesterday, and it was NC versus one of these teams. I think AmCal, or no, Mavs Next. It was Mavs Next versus NC. I believe it was that, and there was like a 13-5 just beat down. 13-5 just beat down. And so when you get that, especially on your plays, and you have a more approach, it sucks unless you're on the winning side of it. But when you have within these 4 teams in these 2 games, it's being anticipated that this is going to be 10 to 13 type rounds, or maybe we even got lucky. I hit a play the other day. I got beautifully lucky because it went into overtime in the first round, and so yeah, in the first map it went into overtime. So that's what the correlative process comes into, is can these teams be competitive enough, equally competitive enough, to where we could get round. We get a 24 round game within the first map. And so that's the approach. So we got Forrester at 31.5. We're gonna hit the over on that. Nodios also 29.5. We're gonna hit the over on that. And Forrester and Nodios, they're coming off really great high performing games. I think both of them hit over 33 kills. Forrester over 36, and I think even before that they were hovering around 29 kills each. And so they're hot, they're ready, they already know it's playoff time. And then JDC on Big, he had a 39 burger his last game, and then I think a 33, or maybe he was around 31. His homeboy, I forgot his teammate's name, Kragan maybe, I can't remember his teammate's name, but this is, I like JDC because he's been hitting a lot of his plays as of recently, hitting the over on him. And then CREC, he has been carrying the team the past 2 games that they had played, but he's not the best dude. And so this is a thing in the correlation that we tell you guys about. Don't put your own logic into it. My main thought was to be like, well, get him out of here and let's put in a dude. But he's been playing hot as of recently. His rating, like his KDA rating, is at like a 1.04, and then he's got dogs on the team that are at a 1.1 or 1.17. I think he has a dude, but he's been the hot hand, and he only has to get 25.5. We hit the over on that. And so those first 4 I feel really good about. This last game against Eclot and Mouse Next, it's these 2 dudes. PR has been killing it, like legit. Go look at his stats in the last few games. I'm not really fretting over that 31 burger. These are some big numbers that we're expecting these dudes to really perform and hit. And then Blitz as well. He has been performing on a high note, and we got 31.5. We're going to hit the over on that. And so, especially with that last game that we talked about, those are definitely the two dogs with Blitz and PR. They've been showing people up in their last few games. And so, guys, you are welcome. Here is a beautiful play for y'all. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and be on the lookout for that educational video tomorrow. Peace out.